In 1998, in a small East Texas town called Jasper, a crime took place that shocked the nation.
Not because America hadn't seen racial violence before, but because it felt like something pulled straight from another century. His name was James Byrd Jr. He was 49 years old, a father, a brother, and a man known for walking the streets of his hometown because he didn't own a car. And on one June night, James Byrd Jr. accepted what he believed was a simple act of kindness,
A ride home, but he never made it.
James Byrd Jr. was born in 1949 in Beaumont, Texas, and spent much of his life in Jasper. Friends and family described him as quiet, polite, and non-confrontational.
He was well known around town.
People recognized him because he walked everywhere, to the store, to visit friends, and just to pass time. This was not a stranger passing through. This was a man rooted in his community. In the early morning hours of June 7, 1998, James Byrd Jr. was walking home when three white men pulled up beside him in a pickup truck and offered him a ride.
Their names were Sean Berry, Lawrence Russell Brewer, and John William King. Unbeknownst to Byrd, Brewer and King were known white supremacists, both with ties to racist prison gangs and visible white power tattoos.
Instead of taking him home, they drove him to a remote area outside Jasper.
There, they beat him. They chained him by his ankles to the back of the truck, and they drove off.
For nearly 3 miles, James Byrd Jr. was dragged along an asphalt road. Forensic evidence later showed that he was alive for much of the ordeal. Along the road, pieces of his body were scattered, a trail of violence that investigators would later follow to reconstruct what happened. The dragging ended when his body struck a culvert, severing his head and right arm. The men did not stop out of remorse. They stopped because they believed he was dead. They dumped what remained of his body near an African-American cemetery and went on with their lives.
Later that morning, residents of Jasper discovered body parts along the road. What they saw was so horrifying that some initially believed it had been staged, that it couldn't possibly be real.
But it was.
News spread quickly, and Jasper became the center of national attention. For many Black Americans, the crime felt painfully familiar, a modern echo of lynchings and racial terror long thought to be relegated to history books. All 3 men were arrested within days.
Prosecutors charged them with capital murder. Evidence showed that the attack was racially motivated.
Brewer and King openly expressed racist beliefs, and witnesses testified to their hatred of Black people.
John William King and Lawrence Russell Brewer were sentenced to death. Sean Berry received life in prison.
Brewer, who showed no remorse, was executed in 2011, and King was executed in 2019.
The murder of James Byrd Jr. forced the country to confront an uncomfortable truth that racial hatred was not a relic of the past. It was alive and thriving.
The case directly influenced changes to hate crime laws in Texas.
It was the catalyst to the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act of 2009. James Byrd Jr.'s name became more than a headline.
It became a symbol,
a reminder of the cost of hatred and the consequences of ignoring it.
For more great content, check out the channel.
Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.